Hi there, my name's Ridge, and I'm the old man who lives in the hedgehog house. I have two things that I want to share with you today. Number one is I want to give a little shout out to Cecil Sharp. Cecil Sharp was an Englishman, a folk song collector. He lived in Australia for a long time, something I just found out. He was born in 1859. He died in 1924. And especially in his 20th century, after 1900, he moved back to England from Australia, and he got deeply involved in collecting folk songs and folk dances. He was personally responsible for a lot of the interest in English country dance and in Morris dancing. He came to the United States during World War I, and he spent a lot of time in Appalachia and collected a lot of songs there. He was a very significant figure in his time. In recent years, people have started picking at his reputation, saying that he was not, well, you can look up Cecil Sharp, sorry, it should be pronounced Cecil Sharp. And so what's happening in England is the English Folk Dance Society is based in Cecil Sharp House in London. And so you've got the English Folk Dance and Song Society, EFDSS. You've got Cecil Sharp House, and you have the Vaughan Williams Library, which is housed in Cecil Sharp House. And this, a new board of directors at the Folk Dance and Song Society has decided that they want to rebrand all of this to make it more marketable. And, frankly, that's understandable. It really is understandable. But the name they've picked, for one thing, doing away with Cecil Sharp House, that seems a little harsh to me. The other thing that they're doing, though, is they're naming it Folk England, right? Folk England. Anytime you have a four-letter word that starts with F and ends with K, that's dangerous territory. I'm just saying here, folks. Meanwhile, back in the United States, the main dance pavilion at the Pine Woods Dance Camp in Plymouth, Massachusetts, has, for all of the time that I knew of it, was known as C Sharp. Now, I always thought it was just a reference to the musical key. I never really thought of it in relation to Cecil Sharp, but that was a quiet acknowledgement to him. I believe he actually was, he trod the ground at Pine Woods, I do believe. And another cool thing about the name C Sharp for the dance pavilion was down the hill, about 100 yards away, there was a much smaller pavilion, and that was C Sharp minor. It's a music dance camp. I mean, how cool are those names? I love them. Now, apparently there has been a vote, and the board of directors of Pine Woods has changed those names. And I don't know what the new names are. It doesn't matter to me. If I go back, it will be C Sharp and C Sharp minor. That's it. So that was item one on my agenda today. Item number two is I would like to share with you, and this is related to item number one. Okay, it's related to the dance pavilion story. I want to share with you the greatest of all the great sweep shanties. There's lots of jobs that must be done when you join the Pine Woods crew. Swabbing tables, serving breakfast, washing dishes, hauling trash, just to name a few. But of all the jobs in the piney woods, the very, very, very worst chore is done with a broom in a great big room, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, me boys, sweeping down the C-sharp floor. It's an itty-bitty broom and a great big room, sweeping down the C-sharp floor. Now every day the campers come to dance to the tune of the fiddle, and they bring in stones and rocks and sand, not to mention a bunch of pine needles. And they never, 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 never heed our plea to leave their shoes at the door. So we poor slobs are doomed each day, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, me boys, sweeping down the C-sharp floor. It's an itty-bitty broom and a great big room, sweeping down the C-sharp floor. Now when I die and go to heaven, as all good dancers must, I'll leave my shoes by the door, and my bones will turn to dust. And I'll look down from my heavenly home like dancers long before. And I'll pity thee who is sweeping me down the C-sharp floor, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, me boys, sweeping down the C-sharp floor. It's an itty-bitty broom and a great big room, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, sweeping down the C-sharp floor, me boys, down the C-sharp floor. It's an itty-bitty broom and a great big room, sweeping down the C-sharp floor. Credit Bill Wellington for that wonderful parody of Rolling Down to Old Maui.